The final corner, Charles Leclerc going into it. Has he had a spin? Yes, he has.
Oh, rear wing as well.
Dear.
That's another Charles Leclerc mistake, I'm afraid. At a pivotal point. He's done a fast enough time to get him through. He needs to get back to the pits quickly. They should be able to stick a rear wing on that ready for Q2.
Russell's got a bit of a struggle on his hands, but he's giving it everything.
2 personal bests so far on this lap.
And Alex Albon with 2 personal bests, and Antonio Giovinazzi with the same 2 personal bests shows you how much quicker the track is getting. George Russell round the final corner. DRS wide open, foot planted to the floor, goes 9th fastest. This track is ramping up and the speed is coming. Albon goes 8th fastest, gets himself out of the bottom 5, pushes now Carlos Sainz down in the bottom 5 as Giovinazzi goes into the top 10, Kimi Räikkönen into the top 10. All those on the track getting pushed into the bottom 5 can do something about it. Robert Kubica stays 20th, sadly for him, and the 30,000 Polish fans cheering him on. The Spanish fans will be happy. Carlos Sainz is out of Q1. Lance Stroll doesn't make it out of Q1. He did last weekend, he hasn't here in Hungary. Kevin Magnussen goes 3rd fastest. Hulkenberg and Ricciardo now very much at risk as Fiat goes 11th fastest. Hamilton goes 2nd fastest overall. Now Daniel Ricciardo, he's in the bottom 4 at the moment. He might not know that. He crosses the line, does Ricciardo.
Hulkenberg under pressure.
Hulkenberg under pressure. Ricciardo crosses the line. He is down and out. Hulkenberg manages to get out. Daniel Ricciardo has missed getting out of Q1 here because of a very poor first sector. This is Daniel Ricciardo, who just decided I might not make the checkered flag here.
Oh, and then he had to back out of it.
Had to back out because the racing point on the inside, Sergio Perez thought, no, I'm not having that. You just got to wait your turn here. But well done, George Russell, because that is a super effort. And the difference between himself and his teammate, 1.3 seconds. Lewis Hamilton wasn't so much in Kevin Magnussen's slipstream there. He was in danger of entering his gearbox, quite frankly, as the Haas came out.
Yeah, but they released him when the pit lane was clear at that point.
Grosjean goes 7th fastest. Lando Norris has pitted. He's not going for it again. His teammate Carlos Sainz goes 7th fastest. That's 2 that were trying to get above Norris and haven't managed it. Giovinazzi's out, only 13th fastest. Albon tries to improve from 11th, misses out by less than 1/10 of a second. Gasly's next, stays 9th. He's right on the cusp. Kimi Räikkönen goes 10th. We're on board with Magnussen there, but I was trying to follow Nico Hulkenberg because he was the one that could challenge Kimi Räikkönen, and he misses out by 5/100ths of a second.
Is Bottas driving for his Mercedes seat this weekend?
Well, you wouldn't think about it if you were to look at Valtteri Bottas. He looks impervious from pressure, but he'll have heard the rumours, I'm sure, and will want to do something about it himself. A 1:15.1 for Lewis Hamilton. That's provisional pole. Kimi Räikkönen a 1:17. Valtteri Bottas goes faster than Lewis Hamilton by 1/100th of a second. He is the lead Mercedes. He's on provisional pole.
Through the last corner in front of his fans.
They sense something exciting here in Hungary this afternoon. Max Verstappen puts his Red Bull into the 1:14s. Can Sebastian Vettel beat it? Answer no. Only 4th fastest. Has Charles Leclerc got the pace to beat it? Answer no. Only 5th fastest. Red Bull and Max Verstappen are on provisional pole. It's another new track record. Charles Leclerc was as lowly last year as 16th on the grid, promoted to Ferrari, was setting a blistering pace right at the start of this qualifying session. Have Ferrari got the pace to come and steal the headlines right at the last? Leclerc sets off on his final flying lap. Verstappen's just passed our commentary box to start his flying lap. Bottas next on the road, Hamilton after him, and then Sebastian Vettel. So let's look for the split times through the first sector as they make their way up the hill towards the blind turn 4, blind approach for the drivers.
27.0.
That is quick for Charles Leclerc, a 27.0. It's what Verstappen managed in the last flying run as well. Verstappen's matched that 27.0 of Charles Leclerc. A 27.0 for Valtteri Bottas as well. he manages to match the Red Bull and the Ferrari. Only a 27.2 for Hamilton.
Wasn't perfect then for Lewis Hamilton in the first few corners, and we know Verstappen is quick at the end.
And a 26.9 for Sebastian Vettel, who went a tenth faster than his nearest competitors. This is going to be very, very tight. Charles Leclerc, the first man then to go and attack the pole position. 2 poles so far in Formula One. Started with a crash in this qualifying session. Will end up with a time that is good enough for the front row, only by 8/100ths of a second. So Verstappen still on provisional pole. Can he extend his advantage? Yes, he can. We're in the mid 1 minute 14s. That is quite a target to aim for. Valtteri Bottas misses out by 18 milliseconds. It's so close. Lewis Hamilton, can he get up the front row? No! Out-qualified by Bottas. What about Vettel? Sebastian Vettel can't make it onto pole position, and the 100th different pole sitter in Formula One sends these fans wild, and the Red Bull garage celebrating. It's Max Verstappen for the first time in Formula One on pole.
Better late than never, mate. Better late than never. Congratulations.
Yes, boys, come on, yes! Oh, this feels good. This feels really good.
Mate, incredible lap. Incredible.
Great lap from Bottas to keep him very honest indeed in that Red Bull. Max Verstappen had aced it, and he needed everything, didn't he?
Yeah.
A 14.572 versus a 14.590.
Lando Norris out-qualified Carlos Sainz 7th and 8th. Romain Grosjean ahead of Kimi Raikkonen to start 9th, Raikkonen 10th.